Saved Christmas. This is a really sweet story about Santa getting into trouble Christmas Eve and who saved the night for all the good boys and girls so that they could get their presents. Christmas is coming, and it's told from long ago that Santa waits all year long at his home in the North Pole. The reindeer get stronger and exercise every day. Their job is big, and the task they have is pulling Santa's sleigh. The elves keep checking all the toys, then wrap them up for good girls and boys. Esme Della, Mrs. Claus, runs the kitchen for staff, of course, but feeding the elves is a full-time job, and the reindeer also eat a lot. Santa has a magic key that opens every home's front door. Chimneys, not everybody has chimneys. They're kind of a distant past. He doesn't go down them so much anymore. Every year, it's the same routine of perfect timing powered by dreams. But the year that this poem is about almost saw children go without. Here's how it started and almost stopped until Bull was his name. The moose saved the lot. Santa left at 10 to 12, like he always does, to the wonderful sound of jingle bells. The sleigh was heavy with a huge flat back to hold more presents in his magic sack. The night was busy leaving gifts. Not a home left empty or a child missed. Mince pies, carrots, and eggnog, too, were left for Santa and his crew. He had a few elves with him. A little bit here, a little bit there, but too much food for the reindeer to share. They all felt full and needed to rest, but they couldn't stop. There'd be no time left. They tried to fight their bloated tummies, but crashed and smashed into a big, loud bump. They landed on a caribou hill full of ice and gleaming snow, so they fell out of the sky. Some scenery froze the sleigh. The scenery frozen, the sleigh was stuck. The reindeer tried but couldn't do much. Santa panicked as the magic clock ticked-tocked. Could this be the first Christmas that he ever missed? Then out of the trees came a large moving shape. Covered in snow, steam rose off its face. A little concerned, Santa took a step back. "Who goes there?" Santa said, but no answer came back. The figure moved closer. It towered in size. Then it wiped away snow that covered its eyes. It paused for a moment in puzzled surprise. Then a voice said, "Is that Santa that's stuck on the ice?" The air, it stood still, and the scenery set crisp. At last they could see through the white-covered mist. "It's Bull the Moose," said Rudolph the deer. "I remember him well from when I lived around here." Santa said, "Bull, I need you tonight. We're stuck in the snow with no strength for a flight. Our tummies are bloated and we've eaten too much. Please help us save Christmas and get out of this crunch." Bull, he agreed. "Yes, I'll help you tonight. Let me get connected and pull you out of this ice." So buckled and strapped at the head of the team, they pulled, and he managed to break the sleigh free. Then Santa, he sprinkled magic dust on Bull's head to allow him to fly, lead the team, pull the sled. Delivering toys through countries, they flew at the speed of light. They traveled the world. In Hong Kong, somebody said they heard a moose singing. In New York, they heard bells ringing. In London, they roared past the top of Big Ben. Bull wasn't sure of the map going ahead. But nonetheless, they made it back home, arriving at dawn in the snowy North Pole. Every child woke up on that Christmas Day with a present from Santa off his famous red sleigh. But instead of the reindeer to thank on that night, it was Bull the Moose that kept them on time. To celebrate their success, a party arose. The elves joined hands and danced under the moon. The reindeer laughed as Santa he yawned. Bull said, "I'm tired, and I should make my way home." They all finished breakfast, brushed their coats. Bull gathered his things and borrowed the phone. He called his mom to say he's okay, letting her know that he'd done what he'd done and where he'd been. Santa sprinkled magic dust on Bull's nose and said, "On your way you could fly over Rome." But before he made haste on the new fallen snow, Santa gave him a hug for the job that he'd done. And out of his pocket, he pulled them all a small present. "This one's for you, Bull, as you've taught me a lesson." It was a little red sleigh carved out of wood, with 8 little reindeer pulling in front. But leading the team, carved in wood, and right at the head, was the carving of Bull, so that he'd never forget. Thank you, Bull, for saving the day. Merry Christmas to you, and Merry Christmas to all, Santa said.